So your voice is not audible, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. What is the structure of ADSL?
One record per subject per set.
One record per subject. One record per subject, and we can say one record per subject per study. What are the important variables that you'll have in ADSL? Identifier variables, demographic variables, population flags, treatment variables, important dates, treatment dates, and treatment timing variables, and we are going to have the subject's experience during the clinical trial. And what are the population flags that you will have? Safety analysis, full analysis set, enrollment flag, randomization flag, intent to treat flag, completers flag, and protocol flag. What is safety flag? What's the definition for safety analysis flag? Anybody? If the subject has taken at least one treatment dose, how do you know that the subject has taken at least one dose of treatment or not? What is the algorithm that you can write?
EX dose not equal to period and EX SGDTC not equal to missing value, then safety flag is equal to YD.
Very good. If EX dose not equal to missing value and EX acidity is not equal to missing value, then you can say SFFL is equal to Y. Okay. In the last class, we have seen all the important variables of a stadium, important variables of ADSL of Adam IZ. And in today's class, we are going to start with the programming for ADSL. You know, whenever they assign the work for any Adam dataset, what they will do, how we are going to get the work. So in the team meeting, the team leader or the concerned person is going to assign the work for you. And he will tell, complete the ADSL dataset by tomorrow evening and submit the dataset to validation. When they assign the ADSL work, what they are going to do, they are going to give you the raw datasets. Obviously, what are the raw datasets? Raw datasets are nothing but SGDM final datasets. Okay, and they are going to provide you, in most of the cases, they are going to provide you the specification sheet. So they give the specification sheet. And of course, they are going to provide you important documents like protocol and also provide you annotated CRF sheet. And from Adams onwards, the most important thing is they are going to provide you SAP. Do you know what you mean by SAP?
Statistical analysis
plan. That means in future, whatever the analysis that we are going to do, what kind of analysis, which variables we are going to use for that analysis, and we are going to have that information in SAP. And in most of the companies, we are going to have a reference code, and they are going to provide you that reference code as well. But sometimes they will ask you to write the code from the scratch. But if you have these documents, not so difficult, you can write the code from the scratch. In today's class, we'll start writing the code from the scratch. Okay, so here I'm providing you the specification sheet for ADSL. Along with the specification sheet, I'm also providing you all the important data sets that you require for this ADSL creation. I'm giving DM domain, I'm giving adverse events, exposure, vital signs, disposition, and I'm providing you all the data sets. In the real time, we are going to have a SharePoint. In the SharePoint, they will tell you how to access the reference code documents, how to access that raw data, specification, everything they are going to tell you. Okay? If possible, I'll show you later how to access the SharePoint. Okay. First of all, when they're giving them tasks like this one, you should read and you should understand the specification. In the real time, this is how we are going to have a specification. Sometimes you may not have colors. Most of the time you will not have any colors. But to distinguish different source data sets, I had given different colors here. Now on the left side, in the first column, we have the variable name. What are the variables that we need to derive in ADSL? And then we have the label of those variables we need to specify. And then we have a data type. And then we have a display format or the length of the variable. And then if you have any control terminology, whatever the control terms that we should use. And then we are going to have a source or a derivation. In some specifically they will call it as a pseudocode, and some they call it as a principle or a source, a derivation, comments, notes, whatever you say, this is how it is called. Now you need to understand one thing. The first important thing is what are the variables that we need to map into this ADSL. Here we have all the variables. Okay, so these are the variables we need to map into this ADSL. Then of course label we can give at the end of our program, we can apply the labels. And when doing this one, you should understand which variable is a numerical, which variable is a character. You should understand that one. And then whatever if it is a character, how much that you require. If it's a numerical, what type of format that we should use. We are going to have that information here. And if you are using any control terminology, Cdisc or sponsor given control terminology, whatever the control terminology that you should use, you can understand here. And then we are going to have a source or derivation part. Now first we'll go with can you check what are the variables that we should create? The first one we should create is study ID. And they're going to tell you from where we need to map this one.
DM study ID.
DM study.
In the DM domain, we have a study ID. Directly we can map from the DM domain. So simply, we are going to keep that variable from the DM domain. So we get it. No changes, nothing. Just we are going to keep it. Then use subject ID. This one also you should get from the DM domain. And the site ID. This is also from the DM domain site ID. And country, SVPG ID, age units, sex, race, ethnic. From where we should get all these variables? We should get all this, whatever that 10 variables that we have. We should get all the 10 variables from which domain? DM domain of STD. Now you know that we should have a DM domain if you want to map the ADSL. And then we have the subject initials 12th row. Do you know from where we should get this subject initials? From which source domain we can get it?
SC.
You know what you mean by SC? Subject
characteristics.
So we should map that variable from the subject characteristics. Okay. And then we have a height baseline, weight baseline, BMI baseline. So do you know from where we should map all these three variables?
Vital signs. Yes.
From the vital signs. In the findings, we have vital signs domain. From where we should map that? Safety analysis flag. We should map from which domain?
Exposure domain.
Exposure domain. Completeness flag. From where we need to map that information?
Disposition.
Disposition. Again, we have arm CD. We should map it from the DM domain. And a cohort group, SUBJCZ, we need to derive those variables. And then we have a planned treatment to TRT01P, TRT01A, TRT02P, 2A, 3P, 3A, 4P, 4A, 5P, 5A. And then we have the sequence, planned sequence and actual sequence. Can you see from where we can generate all these variables, treatment variables? Can you see from where we can do this one?
Yes.
Those units. So that means from where we can do this one? Exposure.
Exposure.
Very good. Then we have a birth date numerical. We should get it from the DM domain. Informed consent date, disposition, treatment start date, again exposure, and we have all the treatment dates. Obviously, from where we can get all these treatment dates? Again from the exposure domain. Now we have a treatment end date, disposition data set, date of discontinuation, last known contact, early termination code, reason for early termination. Now can you see from where we can get all these variables? Now tell me,
Yes.
how many domains we require, source domains we require if you want to do this ADSL? We require DM domain, and we need to have a subject characteristics, and then we should have the vital signs 3, vital signs 3, exposure 4, and the disposition 5. So we require 5 data sets. The most important question that you will get, what are the domains that you require if you want to create a ADSL? And you should tell, in my recent project, I used 5 source domain to create ADSL. What are the 5 source domains that you use? DM, subject characteristics,
Vital signs.
exposure,
Disposition.
Exposure, disposition.
From study to study, 1 or 2 domains are going to get, sometimes we may get information from adverse events also, but basically these are the 5 domains that we are going to use it. Okay? Now, you came to know about what are the source domains that you require, and you should understand where you have those domains. And here I am providing all the 5 domains. Can you see here? Here we have a disposition, here we have a DM domain, 2 domains, we have an exposure domain, and then we have a vital signs, and somewhere we are going to have what is the other thing that you require? Subject characteristics. Here we have vital signs, and here we have the subject characteristics. And I'm having all these on my desktop in a folder. Now I want to access all these data sets into the current session. Tell me, what should I do? We should create a library, isn't it? But in the real time, previously you might have done something. Now I want to start fresh. No. What are all the previous libraries I have? I want to delete all those libraries. I want to delete the work library. Okay, how we can kill a library? Remember, proc datasets. Library is equal to work library. I want to delete all the datasets, catalogs, everything to kill. Now I'm writing the run statement. But by default, proc datasets is going to give information about the work library. I do not want to have any information. Then what is the option we will write now? The no list option. Tell me, if I execute this program, what is going to happen? It is going to kill the entire work library. What do you mean by killing? It is going to delete datasets, catalogs, views, and everything. Isn't it? But if I did only proc delete, what will happen? Proc delete can delete only the datasets. But I want to delete everything. So I'm going to use this. This is the first way I'm going to do. And by the way, one more, and of course you should be quit statement. Otherwise, can you say what is happening here? The program is going to be still running in mode, so it won't be get closed properly. You have to use a quit option. And then now I'm going to use the next procedure, proc print to. Because in the real time, the first thing the validator is going to check your log window, isn't it? If you want to export your log window, what is the program we should write? What is the procedure that we should use? Proc print to. Now what we should write? Log is equal to. Should write the path of the text file. Now what I want to do, I'm going to create a text file on my desktop. New text file. And I'm writing it as an ADSL log. Now shift right click, copy as path, go to the program and paste the path. And instead of giving a path, what I want to do, I want to create a file reference. I'm writing, say, for example, log as a log only. I will do that. I want to have it as an ADSL log, and then I'm giving the path of the text file. What will happen if I execute this program? You create a file reference called ADSL. Now proc print to, I am writing ADSL log. Now write the statement. Now if I execute this program, now tell me what is going to happen now. From now onwards, our log window will be get exported to this text file, isn't it? Again, by the end of the program, in the last, what we are going to do? We are going to write a proc print to log is equal to log semicolon run. If I execute this program, what will happen now? Again,
The information will go to log window.
In the log window. Clear, everybody? But for the time being, I want to execute these programs in the last, so I'm not going to execute this one. So what I want to do, I want to print the log window in the log window only, the text in the log window only. That's why I will execute this one. Okay. At the end, we'll execute this program so that we can get the whole log window export will be get exported to into our desktop. Okay. Clear, everybody? We are writing almost the real-time code. Now, first of all, I want to create a library to this folder. So on my desktop, I have a Cdisc folder. In that I have an Atom folder. In that I have an ADSL1. In that this is that where I have all my data sets in this folder. So I'm getting the path, shift right click, copy as path. Tell me how to create a library. Lib name. Library name, I want to have it as a SGDM. Then path of the folder, keep a semicolon, select this one line, execute this one line. Now we are going to have a library called SGDM. Now can you see in the SGDM, now we have all the SGDM datasets. For my current task, I want to get all my 5 domains, SGDM domains into work library. Okay, what are the 5 domains that we require? Remember, you know that, right? Now, why should it? If you want to get all the 5 domains into work library, then what you will do? We use a procedure called proc. Is equal to into which library that we have now? SGDM. Out is equal to work. I do not want to have all the data sets. I want to have only few. Now we should select. What are the data sets that I want to have? DM, SC, exposure, EX, PS, and you call it run. But if I execute the program, what is going to happen? I'm going to have just all the 5 data sets. But why we should just simply we need to copy. Instead of simply copying, I want to sort the data sets. I want to get the data sets into work library. So I want to sort it and I want to copy it at the same time. If you want to sort, if you want to get into work library, what is the program that you will write? Tell me one program to sort the DM domain. You should write proc sort. Data is equal to stdm.dm domain. Out is equal to, yes, I want to have it as an DM, but I want to have it into work library. Since it's a work library, you no need to write a library name. Simply, we can write out is equal to DM. Now, right? What are the common variables that we are going to have in all the variables? Study ID, new subject ID, semicolon. Tell me, how many times I should write this program now?
5 times.
5 times, because we need to sort 5 data sets. So since I want to do the same program 5 times, so why should I write the base as code, concatenate a macro code for this one?
Yes.
I want to develop a macro for this one. Tell me, how many parameters you should require?
3.
What are the 3 parameters you require?
Percentage macro.
Yeah.
Tell me how many parameters you should require first of all.
3
4,
sir,
sir.
data
3.
out
I
by
would say only 2 parameters. Because the data is equal to dm is also same parameter. Out is equal to also what I want to have? dm only. But this dm is present in SDDM library, but this dm I'm going to have in work library. So 2 parameters are enough, right? Isn't it? Understand everybody? Now I want to develop a macro for this one. Now I'm writing percentage macro. I want to have macro name sort. Some of you are still learning macros. You don't know about keyword parameters. So I will try to use normal position parameters. Okay. The first one I want to have a dataset name ds, comma. The second one I want to have byvar. Okay. Now tell me what should I do? Instead of dm, what do you want to be write?
ampersand ds.
Out is equal to what should I write again?
Ampersand ds.
Yes.
Yes. Instead of 2 variables, what do you want to be write?
Ampersand byvar.
Byvar. Again, what do you want to be ready here? Percentage
amount.
sort one.
Sort.
Understand everybody? Could you able to follow? Now I created a macro now. I want to use this macro for all my 5 data sets. Tell me, first of all, I'm getting percentage sort. Open the parenthesis. What is that data set name I want to do it first?
DS.
DS is a parameter. But what is the domain? Instead of what is the DS value I want to give?
dm.
dm. Comma. What are the variables I want to use? Study ID.
Study ID, new subject ID. Semicolon.
What is the second domain I want to sort it? Subject characteristics. What is the third one I want to sort it?
ex.
The fourth one I want to do it?
vs.
The fifth one I want to do it?
ds.
If I select the program and execute the program, go to the log window and check if you have any errors. No, nothing. And now go to the work library and check whether we have all the 5 datasets or not. Now, can you see we have all the 5 datasets? Clear, everybody, so far? Anybody has got any doubt so far?
Sir,
Sorry?
why should we write proc print to that procedure, sir?
Proc print to is useful to export the log window and output window outside the SAS. Generally, if I execute the
Why
program,
should we
where we
write
can,
that, sir?
because when you're writing the code, when you completed your code, what you're going to submit to your sponsor, your client, you have to submit your datasets. Okay, you have to submit your code, and before these two, you have to submit your log window. The validator is going to check first your log window. Okay, your log window should not have any errors. It should not have any warnings, and it should not have any issues. Okay, and if you do not have anything, then only the validator will go and check your code. If you have anything wrong with this one, you won't go to the next further. First, he will ask you to resolve these issues. Okay.
For this, we should create all the files.
You should export all your log window onto the
into our desktop. Okay. Okay, sir.
Here I'm saving it on the desktop, but in the real time, they're going to provide the folder. In that folder, you have to save this one. All the logs. Okay?
All the logs, data sets, and all the codes should be in file.
All our logs in one folder, all our data sets, output data sets in one folder, all the
And
codes
codes
are
in other
placed in
folder.
one. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Sir, then when we need to check the log, so it will be difficult, no, sir, if all the things in the log only.
That's what they're going to use automated machines, automated tools. So those automated tools is going to detect your errors, warnings, issues, nodes, and everything it is going to detect.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now we have all the data ready. Now can we start the programming for ADSL by using this specification? No. First we'll go with the DM domain. Okay. In today's class. Now I want to do we require all the variables from the DM domain? No. Can you tell me how many variables you require from the DM domain by seeing this specification? How many variables you require? How many variables should copy?
12.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we have 10. And 10, 11, 12. And then we have somewhere birthday etc. How many total?
13.
Now tell me how we are going to copy these variables. Data, first of all, I want to create ADSL underscore DM. Said from where I want to create this one now? Where we have the DM domain, sorted data set. DM, write the DM domain. Now, what do you want me to do? Do you want to make the keep statement or keep option? What do you want me to do? Give me a suggestion. Do you want to make the keep statement?
Keep statement.
Good. Tell me. Keep statement. Yes, we require study ID. We require USUBC ID. And we require site ID. Then we require sex, age units, race, ethnic, CD, PRPH, DTC. How many variables we have completed? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Two more missing. Tell me. Country. So I'm going to write the country as well. What do you have missing? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We are missing one more, right? Study ID. Which one?
Group.
No, group is not there. Study ID, use subject ID, site ID.
Subject ID.
Maybe it's a subject ID.
Yes.
I have given age units. Here we have. Now select the program, export the program. Now I have an ADSL underscore DM. Yes, we have all the 13 variables. Go to the log window, check if you have any issues with the log window. No issues at all. Everything looks fine. So now, what is the next variable we should generate? We'll do all the variables that what we can do from the DM domain. Then we'll go with other data sets. Now here, can you see? It's the 20th row. Cohort. I want to create a cohort variable because see, we copied up to this subject initials. From where we can get the subject initials? Subject characteristics. We'll see that one later. Height, weight, BMI. We can get it from the vital signs. We'll see that one later. Safety analysis, exposure, completers flag, disposition. We can do that one later. And we copied ARM and ARM CD. That is fine. Then the next variable that we can generate is a cohort. Now, to get the cohort, this is the derivation they have given. Read this derivation, understand the derivation, and explain it to me. What is the code I should write? What is the code I should write? Now, cohort, can you see what is that we have here? Cohort X. So that means in the cohort, we should have a cohort X in ARM. So that means from which variable you can generate this one now? From which variable you can derive this one? ARM variable. Now, where X is equal to 1 or 2. So cohort 1 ఉంటుంది కానీ X లో ఏముంటుంది cohort X అంటే X may be either 1 or 2. For example, cohort is equal to cohort 1. We should have cohort is equal to cohort 1. If ARM is equal to cohort 1, group 1, colon hemodialysis subject. అంటే ARM అనే వేరియబుల్ లో కనుక ఈ వాల్యూ ఉంటే what is the value should keep now in the cohort? You should keep this value. Understand? This is the value you should get into cohort. Understand everybody? So tell me from which variable we can derive this one? ARM variable. Where we can find the ARM variable?
DM domain.
Just now we copied that variable into ADS underscore DM. For your explanation, I'm going to open that DM that ADS underscore DM. Now, can you say there we have a variable called ARM. So this is the variable ARM. Now tell me which variable, which values you should keep in our cohort. If you have a cohort 1, group 1 hemodialysis subjects, which value should keep now? This one. And if you have a cohort 2 healthy subject, then what is the value should you have? This one. Tell me what is the programming algorithm that you can write to get cohort 1, cohort 2 into cohort variable.
If cohort 1 group 1 is equal, if ARM is equal to cohort 1 group 1, then ARM is equal to cohort 1.
Then what is the, then again you should write one more condition, no?
Yes, sir.
I should get the cohort also.
Else if cohort 1 group 1 not equal to
Tell me that the best program algorithm that we can suggest. Subestier, okay, we can use subestier function, that's fine. How to use subestier function?
Cohort is equal subestier form come length position and
Then tell me if you do not have a cohort, then what you will do? You should write a code in a generic manner that should be get applicable for all the scenarios. Just imagine sometimes I may have a missing value, or I may have a some other than the cohort.
index function.
Very good. We can use index function. What the index function will do? What the index function can do? Index function will search the given character string and it will return whether that, if that given string is present or not. If it is present, you will get that where that string is starting. Otherwise, you will get a 0. Now I am writing a program this one. If index of, okay, if I'm searching a variable called ARM. Now for what I'm searching now, I'm searching for the cohort. Now I'm taking the cohort value here. So this is the cohort. Okay, go to the program. Cohort. Then అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటండి ఇలా రాస్తే కనుక ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఆర్ లైక్ 1 or some other value. If index of ARM cohort, then what can I write now? Cohort is equal to sub str of. But can you tell me by writing what syntax I can get only either cohort 1 or cohort 2? If I use a substr function, tell me how we should write the start value and the position value to get only cohort 1 or cohort 2. Where the cohort is getting started. What is the syntax for sub-str function? Sub-str
Position comma length.
argument comma position comma.
Length.
Number of characters.
Then what is the position if you want to get cohort 1 or cohort 2? The position will be 1. Then what the length is going to be?
6.
I want to
6.
have cohort 1, cohort 2.
Okay. 8.
COHORT 6 ఉంది 7 ఒక స్పేస్ ఉంది తర్వాత నెంబర్ ఉంది. What should I write now?
8.
Then tell me what should I do? Now sub-str of arm comma 1 comma 8. Execute the program now. I'm executing the program, but unfortunately I am not going to have cohort variable now in the data set. Do you know the reason?
Keep statement.
Because that variable is not present in the keep statement because I'm keeping the only variables that what I require from the table. That is the problem with keep statement here. That's why in the real time I'm not going to keep statement. Instead of keep statement, what I will do? I will let a keep option. You know where I will let a keep option? I will let a keep option in the set statement. You know what is the difference between writing a keep option in the set statement or in the data statement? ఇక్కడ కీప్ ఆప్షన్ రాసేదానికి ఇక్కడ కీప్ ఆప్షన్ రాసేదానికి డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటంటే what is the difference between writing a keep option in the set statement or in the data statement?
After copying into DM, then the keep option will execute.
If I write a keep option in the set statement, it is going to keep only these variables from the DM. But if I write the same keep option here, it will keep the values from the final data set. No, I do not want to do that one. I want to keep only the variable that I require from here. Now, are we going to have a cohort in the ADS underscore DM now? Yes, we are going to have. I'm keeping 13 variables from here, and now I'm creating one more variable called cohort. Now we are going to have all the 14 variables in ADS underscore DM, isn't it? But in I got a keep statement whatever the variables that we have in the keep statement, only those variables will be present in ADS underscore DM. Understand this logic?
Sir, can you explain again?
Now instead of writing a keep option here, now I write a keep statement. Tell me what the keep statement will do. Keep statement is going to specify the variables that you want to keep in our data set. But whatever the new variables I'm creating, this variable will not be present in ADS underscore DM because I didn't specify this cohort in the keep statement. Say for example, now tell me I'm creating 10 new variables now in this program. Every time, what should I do now? I should write all those variables in the keep statement also to keep these variables in the data set, right? Understand?
Yes, sir.
But why should I write every time? It's annoying, I may forget sometime. That's why what I'm going to do, from where I want to have these variables. I want to have these variables from which data set? From the DM. What I want to have an ADS underscore DM. I want to have only these variables from the DM. Now I am going to create some more new variables during this program. But if I write a keep statement, this statement is not going to keep whatever the new variables I'm creating now. I want to have these variables plus whatever the variable that I'm going to create now. So that's the reason why what I'm going to do, instead of writing a keep statement, now I'm going to write a keep option in the set statement. Now what it will do, it is going to keep these variables from the DM domain. And apart from that, now I'm going to create few more variables. I'm going to derive few more variables now. Now these variables plus these variables, now we can have in the ADS underscore DM. Understand this one?
Yes, sir.
So this is the interview question for IQL. Can you tell me what variables I'm going to have in the data set? Data work.card and set clinic.fitness, whatever it might be the data set name. In the set statement, right, they're writing a keep option. What are the variables they're keeping in the fitness variable, fitness data set?
Age, weight, and group.
Age, weight, and group. But once they return the program, which variables are they dropping?
Age and group.
Age and group.
Ultimately, in the data set, what variables I'm going to have?
Weight. Weight.
Understand the question now? So in the set statement, they're keeping these variables. Once the program has been done, finally, they're dropping these two variables. So keeping these three, dropping these two, which variable we are going to have finally in the data set now?
Weight.
So this is the answer is good.
Right, sir.
Understand this one? This is how they are going to ask you the questions in the real. Again, coming back to our program now. Now tell me, yes, I created. Now tell me, now I'm going to have cohort variable in the data set. Now execute the program. I have Ads_DM. Go to end of the data set. Now can you see what is the variable that I have now? I have cohort. Can you see what are the values that we have? If it is cohort 1, yes, we have a cohort 1. If it is cohort 2, yes, we have a cohort 2. One variable done. Now I want to have the next variable. Now can you see what the next variable should have? Group. What is the derivation part they have given for the group? Understand and try to explain it to me. What is the algorithm I should write? What is the programming code I should write to get that? First of all, try to understand that one. Group. So in the group, how we should have group X? From where we should derive that one? From which way we can derive? So where X is either 1, 2, 3. So group can be group 1 or group 2 or group 3 or group 4. For example, group is equal to group 1. If arm is equal to cohort 1, group 1, hemodialysis subjects. And the arm local kanaka cohort 1 space group 1 colon hemodialysis subjects and unte, what is that value that we should pick into group now?
Group 1.
Group 1.
Then tell me, what is the code that you are going to write there? Again, I'm going to show you the arm variable so that you only tell me what is the condition or code you want to make. You ask me to write it.
Cohort is equal to.
So, చూడండి cohort 1 ఉన్నప్పుడు group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4 ఏదో ఉంది ఇలా ఉన్నప్పుడు నాకు group 1, 2, 3, 4 ఏదో కావాలి లేదనుకోండి what we should have? We should have missing value. Because when we have a healthy subjects, we do not have any group. In the scenario, we should have missing value, but when we have a group, we should have that one. What is the condition that you can suggest to me to get? Can you use index function?
If index of arm comma group.
Very good. Arm comma group not equal to 0.
Then group is equal to
Substr
of arm comma 10 comma
10. Yeah, 10 comma.
10 comma
8, I think.
10 comma 7. Can we do like that one? Can I write that code?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Tell me what you can suggest to me. By the way, I'm very doubtful. I'm going to save the code first of all. Sometimes my system may get crashed. Adsl underscore, what is today's date? 25 October 20. So it's saved on the desktop. Yeah. If index of arm comma Good. What the index function will do? Everybody? Index function is going to set a given
Group.
character string for a string, a given argument for a string, and it will return the position. Position 0 కాకుండా ఇంకా ఏమన్నా ఉంది అనుకోండి, that means we have that string. Otherwise, we do not have that one. So if index of arm comma group, okay, then what should I do? Then group is equal to arm comma
Substr of
group is equal to substr of arm comma, what do you want to be write?
10,7.
10,7. Else group is equal to missing value. Now select the program, include the program. Now we are going to have Adsl_dm. Code end of that one. Now can you see? When we have a group, we got the group value. When we do not have a group, we have a missing value. Clear, everybody? Go to the log window. Yes, sir. It looks good. Clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
10. So we have created so far I want to create a next variable. Can you see what is the next variable that we have? SV base CG. What is SV base CG? This is the derivation they have given. Can you read the derivation? Tell me what should I do? Concatenate. What we need to concatenate? Non-missing, sub-JID, cohort, and group. Insert forward slash in between. Tell me that what we are going to do. How we are going to do it? We should concatenate only the non-missing values. Then how we are going to do that? What is the way we should have? SUBJCG is equal to. Can I concatenate this one? SUBJID, double pipe symbol, forward slash, double pipe symbol, cohort, double pipe symbol, forward slash, double pipe symbol. Can I do like this one? Why? Why I can't do this one?
Because we want only non-missing.
Only non-missing.
We should concentrate.
So this is the problem. This is the problem we are going to get it. Tell me, what should I do now? This is the problem that we have. Tell me, what should I do? And by the way, I'm getting too many leading and trailing spaces. What should I do?
Strip off.
This was concatenated. We should strip off. Tell me, what should I do after this one? I do not want to concatenate when we have any missing values. What is the suggestion that you are going to give it to me?
If not equal to missing,
How to write that if not equal to missing? So far it looks good, but the only problem is when we do not have a group also, we are getting that forward slash. We do not want to have that.
If group not equal to missing.
But in the real time, we should write the code in such a way that what if you have a missing value in the sub-JID? What if you have missing value in the cohort? How should it? If SVBJ ID SVBJ ID not equal to missing value, and
Cohort.
cohort not equal to missing value, and
Group.
group
Not
not equal to missing value, then do. What we should do? We need to concatenate all the three. Then end. Else, if SVBJ ID not equal to missing value, and cohort not equal to missing value, and group is equal to missing value, then do what we should do? Then SVBJ is equal to, we should concatenate only these two. Only subject and cohort. Else, if SVBJ ID not equal to missing value and
Cohort equal to missing.
cohort equal to missing value and group is equal to missing value, then do what we should do? SVBJ CG is equal to
Subtract.
only strip of
Subtract.
SVBJ. And then at the end,
Sir, strip strip, sir.
where
Last one.
Can you see? It looks good. By the way, what are the other ways that we can do from the DM domain? We can do birthday, right? Numerically. And what is the format you should have? Date. And I told you in Adams, ISO 8601 format is not mandatory, isn't it? We discussed, right?
Yes, sir.
They want to have in date and format, but they want to have only numerical. Tell me what should I do? What should I do? BRTHDT is equal to input of BRTHDTC. We want to have same. We have BRTHDTC. By the way, this is how we have. What do you want me to do? Comma, YY, MM, DD, 10 dot.
10 dot.
లేదనుకోండి ఏ ఫార్మాట్ రాయించండి ఓన్లీ డేట్ ఉంది కాబట్టి యూ కెన్ ఆల్సో రైట్ ISO IS 8601 DA dot. Yes, we got it, but you should be very careful. Sometimes you may have a missing value. Missing value of log window ఏమొస్తుందండి? Missing values has been generated on అని వస్తుందండి. If you want to avoid that one, then what should I do? If BRTHDTC not equal to missing value because it's a character variable, then do. And else do BRTHDT is equal to null value end, because nobody is a numerical way. Understand this one? Now, by the way, what is the format I want to have? Format BRTHDT. I want to have
Date 9.
Okay, now select this program and execute the program. We are going to have, we are going to have various underscore DM. Can you see? Go to the log window and check if you have any errors. No errors, nothing. It looks fine. So these are the variables that we can generate from DM domain. In tomorrow's class, we'll see how we can generate the variables from vital signs, subject characteristics, exposure, and from the disposition. Clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Now, in the class, I'm going to do this ADSL, and you guys have already done one ADSL. Sorry, you guys have done your SGDM domains. Use those already, all the DM. Remember, we have created DM underscore final, EX underscore final, VS underscore final. Use all those data sets to create a ADSL. First, we'll do this one, and then I'm going to give one more ADSL and one more specification. So that is going to be the second one. Now, whatever the SGDM that we have done, from that also we can create one more ADSL. So we are going to have 3 ADSLs. So that would be more than enough for confidently to keep ADSL in our resume, because we are going to cover all the possible variables of ADSL. Clear, everybody? Okay, then we'll continue in tomorrow's class. Yes. సర్వర్లో ప్రోటోకాల్స్ ఎస్డిఎంలో ఉంటుందండి. ఎస్డిఎంలో ఫోల్డర్ ఉంటుంది, ప్రోటోకాల్ సిఆర్ఎఫ్స్ అని. దేర్ యూ కెన్ ఫైండ్.
సార్,
ఎస్,
సబ్జెక్ట్ లెవెల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, రికార్డ్ లెవెల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కి డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటి సార్?
రికార్డ్ లెవెల్.
రికార్డ్ లెవెల్.
In what context you are asking that question? What is the context scope?
అంటే వేరియబుల్స్ చెప్పినట్టున్నారు కదా సార్, సబ్జెక్ట్ లెవెల్, రికార్డ్ లెవెల్ అని.
Record level, subject level population flags, record level flags, record and parameter level flags.
ఓకే సార్.
We'll discuss that during the BDS data set. RFL, PFL.
ఓకే సార్.
Okay. See you.